And welcome everybody to Sunshine State Conference Men's Basketball. The University of Tampa getting ready to take on the Lynn Fighting Knights here on the campus of the University of Tampa at the Bob Martinez Athletic Center. Hi everybody, Jack Ike along with Scott Lynn, and a team at the top of the standings versus a team in the middle of the pack on this court today. Lynn comes in ranked 17th in the nation, 13-2 overall, 6-2 in SSE play, while the Tampa Spartans injury-riddled at 9-7, 3-5.
And Jack, I'll have more on those injuries in a second, but yeah, you're right. This is a game that the Spartans, you got to win your games at home, but this is going to be a tough one. And again, Lynn, 17th in the nation, played Wednesday night at 5th-ranked Nova Southeastern and lost 87-85 on a last-second putback. So yeah, they were all but even at Nova. This is a very good basketball team. Nova leading the conference at 8-1. So this is going to be a tall task today for the injury-riddled Spartans.
And all you have to do is look across at the sideline. You can probably see at Lynn a lot more players dressed than the Tampa Spartans have.
In fact, they're bringing in the ball boys and giving them scholarships.
Just kind of a 10-day contract thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
We will get more into the starting lineups and the injury situation for Tampa, but first we're going to have the national anthem.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise as we honor America with the play of our national anthem.
So we are courtside as we get ready to start this basketball game. The injury situation, what was depth on this Spartans team back in October, is now at a critical point as another starting guard is down for the count, and that is Alberto Moreno, who didn't tear but stretched his MCL, his medial collateral ligament, and will be out for this game. And talked to him, and he said all I can do is rest, and hopefully it won't be too long. Now, the good news is Vincent Biffle is back, but not necessarily 100%. We already know Pat Bacon is out for the year, and Devon Colley has been out for an indefinite amount of time and is still not dressed for the Tampa Spartans. So that's the situation for Tampa. We'll get you the starting lineups for the Lynn Fighting Knights. They will be starting number 2, a good shooting guard, Jamel Palmer, a 6'2 guard out of Delray Beach, Florida, Grandview Prep. Number 5 is Michael Baez, a 6'5 senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, went to Wingate College to start his career. Number 23 is Daniel Cooper. He is a 6'5 senior from Chicago, Illinois, Goldie Beacom College prior to this. Number 24, Rashid Worrell, a 6'8 senior center from Belhaven, North Carolina, played a lot at Bowling Green University earlier in his career. I'll bring up that again a little bit later. Then number 31 is Darius Moore. He is a 5'11 junior from Brown Summit and started his career at Presbyterian College. The head coach is Jeff Price for the Fighting Knights. For the Tampa Spartans, their patchwork lineup starts with number 5, Freddie Ibrahim, a senior from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Number 13 is Vincent Biffle, a junior from Indianapolis, Indiana. Number 21, the three-point shooter, and more recently takes it inside and scores a lot Anthony Gamble, a senior from Riverview, Florida, and Newsom High School. Number 23, the rebounding machine, Cedric Bellarmine. He is a 6'7 junior from Brazzaville, the Congo. Went to Miami-Dade Junior College prior to this. And number 34, the big man in the middle, 6'9 freshman, Marco Downer from Port Moore, Jamaica. Spartans are coached by Richard Schmidt, who picked up his 700th career win recently. Associate head coach is Justin Pekka.
And the officials tonight, I'm looking at Mark Ellard, Jordan Conley, and Marty Dempsey, as we expect this to be an up and down game, and we expect Lynn to be a very, very strong opponent here today. They've outscored their opponents by 9 per game on season, averaging over 78 points a game.
We haven't seen Nova Southeastern yet, still averaging over 100 points a game, 107 to be exact. But this is the next best team in the conference according to the stats. Downer being pushed around, and it finally goes out of bounds as Rashid Worrell went to Bowling Green University and started 25 of 27 games as a freshman.
Wow.
And then walked away and has 2 years left here.
Yeah, he averages 7 points, 5.5 rebounds. At 5.5 boards, most on the team. They have a lot of balance in scoring, rebounding, assisting. They do a lot of stuff well.
Anthony Gamble!
And he pointed right at you, Jack. You said, you told him if he makes a three, he's got to point at us.
I told him we won't give you a T.
Yeah, that's nice. He pointed right at you. That was nice.
3-0. Anthony hit about 5 in a row a couple weeks ago and kind of pointed at the opposition bench, and they teed him up.
For taunting, yeah.
Yes, so I said, doesn't matter what you do to me.
Yeah, just go ahead and point at us all you want. That's safe.
Drive down the lane. Palmer lays it up 200. Rebound, Worrell, and in. Fred Abraham across the timeline. Started a lot of games for the Spartans. Lost his role, but still getting plenty of minutes, and now back in the lineup. Bellarmine.
Yeah, due to all those injuries at the point, Pat Bacon, Devon Colley, and Alberto Marino, all three have played point this year.
Bellarmine gets his own rebound off the missed shot, puts it up, and it's a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Justin Pekka has jokingly told us twice that Cedric Bellarmine should not get credit for rebounds off his own misses, which he did there.
Yeah, right. Daniel Cooper, by the way, took a shot to the head, and he's slow to recover. But yeah, Justin Pekka, it's funny. He's like, you want to see him make those shots.
Rather have him go in.
Yeah, rather have him go in than have to go back and forth. But he's had a bunch of double-doubles.
Yeah.
3 of the last 4 games.
The bottom line in basketball is points per possession. If you shoot 4 times and score that time down, you've scored on that possession.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you shot 25%.
No. Bellarmine's still under 50% on the season. Has gotten that average up a little bit, I think, from where it was, and he hits 1 of 2 here, which actually increases his percentage. It was started the game at 45%.
All right. 45.2 now.
Yeah.
Spartans lead 4-2.
Spartans in a zone. Looks like a 2-3 zone.
That's James. Long jumper on the way off the side of the backboard, knocked out by the Spartans.
Now, I haven't talked to Coach about it, but I've got to think that one of the reasons they're in a zone is to try to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, they don't have a depth right now with all the injuries. They just don't have the bodies available.
Right. Got Justin Pekka coaching at one end of the bench. Coach Richard Schmidt coaching at the other end of the bench. And that one rattles home for Lynn, and it ties it at 4-4. Bellarmine, top of the key, backs it out. Gamble. 3 on the way. And another one in, and he gets knocked down. He is 2 for 2 to start this game.
Shoot.
Yep.
I told you last game, he reminds me a lot of Damian Lillard, the great Portland Trailblazers all-star guard, all-NBA player. He has that same kind of range and demeanor about him.
Long 3, rattles out, rebound, up, blocked, foul going to be on Downer as James went high for the rebound, went back up, and Downer from behind with the foul. James to the line. First one, no good.
I mentioned their loss the other night, Wednesday night at Nova Southeastern. They had two players, both Palmer and Moore, scored 28 points. Yeah. And Moore was 8 of 9 from beyond the arc. Off the bench, 28 points. He is their leading three-point shooter at 48%. But they've got Baez is 43%. Bornelis is 43%. I mean, these guys can really shoot the rock.
Yeah, they're average. There's nobody who has an outstanding, like 20, 25 points a game, but they're all capable of having that game, so you just never know which one to look for. Nice runner by Abraham in, and it's 9-6 Spartans.
Baez and Palmer lead the way at 15.1. Then you've got Darius Moore. Actually,
Moore with the ball.
Bornelis at 14.3 and Moore at 13.2. So 4 players between 13 and 15 points.
Yeah.
That's balance.
So you have to cover them all, but one of them or two of them may go off and have a game.
Yeah. Palmer went 4 for 7 from deep against Nova to get his 28.
And he had bad shooting.
Yeah, and he wasn't the star of the game because Darius Moore had hit 8 of 9, his own teammate. And it's amazing. They lost that game. That was still hard to picture. That's how good Nova is, I think, this year.
On the road, Bellarmine unloads a 3. High arcing rainbow jumper, and he hits the 3.
How about Cedric? Just his second made 3 of the season.
The thing is we talk about his free throws and we talk about his jumper. The shot looks good. It rotates well. It just doesn't fall.
He's now 2 of 5. 40%. He's the best shooter.
Nice block by Downer. Spartans race the other way. Biffle tries to cut through, lays it in. Right hand on the left side.
Well, the Spartans have come to play. They're off to a great start. Now they got to keep that going for 40 minutes. 45 if it's overtime.
We'll just take 40. Long 3, no good. High for the rebound. Rebounded by Worrell. 3 on the way by Moore. Good.
Yeah. Moore 38 out of 79 coming into the game from deep. That, again, 48%. That's good shoot.
Staggering. I mean, any player would want to shoot 48% from the field.
Right. Good.
Ibrahim, long jumper. Good. And the Spartans are hot right now. Off and running. They are 4 for 4 from deep and 6 for 9 for the game. A 17-9 lead. Off the pick. Runner inside, no good. Rebound back up by Cooper, no good. Worrell with the grab and in.
Worrell showing a lot of experience, a lot of savvy around the rim. That was off at a different angle than he came to the basket, but still managed to put it back in.
Biffle, short. Biffle has not played in a few games due to an injury.
You can see Worrell has that athleticism of a D1 player.
Downer.
Ooh.
And a collision under the basket. And I think they got Downer with the call. So anyway, with 14:47 to go in the first half, we're off and running here. Tampa 17, Lynn 11 right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
For generations, Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Stop by for an original glazed donut or other variety paired with a hot coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now. And Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa is Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort. It's located on beautiful Rocky Point Island, just minutes from UT. Sailport is a refreshing alternative to typical box hotels with its spacious rooms and waterfront relaxation. Sailport Waterfront Suites, an official partner of UT Athletics. And the students will be back here anytime.
They are. They're starting to come in.
It's
Tuesday of class.
Tuesday. I was going to say the 22nd, I think. That means that Sodexo is going to be busy. University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose from 27 dining stations serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. My favorite meal of the day. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website. Check dining services for their variety and hours.
So snacks is an official meal.
Yep. Yep, it is.
All right.
According to Sodexo, it is, and I'm all for that.
Late night dining is too. 3 of the top 10 rebounders in the conference in action here today. Cedric Bellarmine leading the conference at 9.7. And then Daniel Cooper is tops for Lynn at 6.5. And then Vincent Biffle is 6.3, ranked 9th in the conference in rebounding.
And that's quite a testament to his go-get-it attitude. He's only 6'2". He's not one of your big power guys. Nice to see him back on the floor. I see Brent Duncan has checked in now for the Spartans.
Palmer missing the first free throw.
Downer, who I think got banged up a little bit on that contact.
Yeah.
Sitting down to get a rest.
Duncan, a junior, 6'6", Atlanta, Georgia. Works hard, both ends of the floor, and works. And Ibrahim knocking it off Moore's legs, goes out of bounds. Smart play by Freddie. Spartans will inbound again. They get it to Biffle. Immediately a backcourt trap. And they get it to Ibrahim.
Nice job getting out of trouble by Vincent.
Gamble, not one to wait, fires it, and hits it.
And he points at us again. He's going to do that about 12 times today.
Yes, which is fine with me.
Yeah. He has made 10 threes in a game twice during his career. Once this year, he did it against Shaw.
And he's 3 for 3 today.
And in both of those games, he scored 32 points for his career high.
And Palmer knocks down the jumper.
On a nice feed by Worrell. Nice find. Could have forced a shot up, but found an open three-point shooter.
20-15. This is Lynn-type pace. Lynn averaging 78 points a game. Duncan working hard, gets the ball.
A little bit of a heat check right there by Gamble.
Lob into Bellarmine, and they can't complete the transaction, but a foul called. Lynn averaging 78 a game, and Tampa at 75.
Nice look by Freddie Ibrahim, and a good pass. He kind of threaded the needle, even though it was a lob. Not in the act of shooting, though. So, Tampa ball.
Biffle, quick, fouled. I always enjoy it when, regardless of what team, when a player's called for a foul and he goes to the ref that did not make the call to voice his displeasure or ask for equal time.
And this was Darius Moore, who picks up his second foul. And he's actually holding a convention trying to talk to all the officials. He has to come out of the game right now. Jeff Price saying, come over here. We don't want you to get your third this early.
We are only 6.5 minutes in. Biffle knocks them both down, 22-15.
That is a big benefit for the Spartans right now. Again, this guy averages 13.2 a game and is their top three-point shooter. So it's nice to see him sitting over there on the bench. If you're a Tampa fan. If you're watching in Lynn, you probably don't like that quite so much today.
By the way, Ellis checked in, Brandon Ellis, a freshman from Gurnee, Illinois. Almost a steal inside. Nice little dipsy-do by Moore. Or Palmer, I should say.
I can see how he gets 15 a game.
Yeah.
He's creative down there.
They have a good guard tandem. Of course, with Palmer and Moore, but Moore out right now. Drives the lane, lays it in. Back-to-back buckets. And it's 22-19. Outside, Bellarmine, another three. Air ball that one, though. Outside the arc, that was Worrell deciding not to shoot. He hands to Ellis, to Moore, or to Palmer, I should say. Bounce pass into Worrell. Triple teamed. Lay it up inside as they found Cooper when the Spartans lost their man. 22-21. So an 8-point lead down to 1 for Tampa. Spartans have led all the way. No foul call. No, they called a charge on Gamble. Tried to Euro step his way around Worrell, but they got him for the call. And with 11:33 to go in the first half, Tampa leads 22-21. You're watching on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
And Courtyard by Marriott is located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa. It's the official host hotel of the Spartans. When you visit, be sure to ask for the UT rate for huge savings. Courtyard by Marriott, simply refreshing.
22-21, Tampa on top. Other games going on in the conference today. Top team in the conference, Nova Southeastern, is not playing today. Florida Southern is at Rollins. Palm Beach Atlantic is at Florida Tech. Eckerd at Embry-Riddle, and St. Leo is hosting Berry. That game not till 7:30 tonight. Lynn now with a chance to take the lead. Brandon Ellis gets it to Moore. Ellis, Moore looks at a three, takes a three off the back of the rim. Rebound Worrell.
Worrell, sort of like Bellarmine, the Energizer Bunny. He's just everywhere, just moving and moving.
Moore, little finger roll, fighting for it, goes out of bounds, and it will be Tampa ball.
One thing you see right away is Lynn is really attacking the basket and the offensive glass. Three or four players will go to the rim on any shot.
Into the lineup is number 25, Ryan Peterson, a 6'6 senior from Wethersfield, Connecticut. Biffle fires off the rim, no good. Still looking for that first. Oh, he did get a basket earlier, take that back. And had gone to the line and knocked two down. Little double team, back out. That's Patterson on the drive to Ellis, and he traveled. Running start off the catch. Biffle will inbound. Freddie Ibrahim in the lineup as well. Anthony Gamble, Cedric Bellarmine, and Brent Duncan.
Well, the Fighting Knights of Lynn have weathered the storm. Obviously, Tampa coming out, taking an eight-point lead in the first 3 minutes, 45 seconds or so. And since that time, Lynn's managed to come back, and if they can make a stop here, would have a chance for their first lead. So,
well, the Spartans were 6 of 9. They were just red hot to start this game. They're 7 of 14 now, so that equates to 1 of 5 since the quick start. 5 on the shot clock. Biffle fouled on his drive to the basket. Spartans will inbound. Abraham bounces it into Gamble. Nice use of the glass.
That was a tough angle to get us off the glass. That was something.
So Gamble with 11 already. Backing in, little jumper, no good, tipped, and finally Tampa ball. They get Moore back in the lineup with 2 fouls. He comes in with 10 minutes to go in the game, in the half.
I'm just thinking more about that game at Nova Southeastern Wednesday night. Lynn made 14 of 23, 61% from beyond the arc, and still didn't win.
Wow. You know, you have to just score and score and score to have a chance against Nova. Biffle can't get it high enough. Duncan fighting for it, gets the rebound, fouled.
Nice effort by Brent Duncan. 6'6", 210. He's in there against some taller players in the land of the giants and in the tall timber. Who's somebody we haven't seen in a while?
No, not since one of the earlier games this year. It is number 4, Zach Patterson, a sophomore from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Came in with some pretty good high school credentials, but hasn't been able to bust into the rotation here for the Spartans. Big knee brace, as I believe he hurt it late in his high school career.
Yeah, he was selected for the Indiana-Kentucky All-Star game. Not sure if he actually played in it or if he was selected for it. But by the way, this is just his 5th game. He's only played 17 minutes all season.
Rebound, Bellarmine goes up and gets it.
But we talk about the bench. It's been depleted. I mean, the starters are gone, so the bench guys became starters.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Biffle, drive off the glass and runners it in.
And what you're seeing is Vincent Biffle and Anthony Gamble, guys who have the potential to be big-time scorers. They know they have to be the scorers.
Ooh. Back at you, though, with Palmer knocking it down, and it's 28-24 and a stop.
I think a quick timeout was called. I thought so.
Well, the Spartans are able to sub anyway, and they bring in Jamel Hornsby, a walk-on from Connecticut.
That was the interesting story of the last game that we
Summoned back.
Summoned back. It was not on the team. He was at the start of the season and then left the team. I mean, the team, I think, said, well,
we don't need a walk-on
right now. Well, they do need him now.
All of a sudden, they have 2 or 3 guards go down, and they called him back. There's, I think, a foul on Duncan in the lane, away from the ball. But they called him back during the Christmas break and said, we need you to get back here. And he caught a flight back to Tampa.
And played 20 minutes in his first game back. Yeah.
Duncan with the foul, and it's 28-24.
I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to talk over you there, but I was just going to say, you may remember, too, that Hornsby is the nephew of Hall of Famer Ray Allen.
Yes. His grandma was at the game last week, who is Ray's mom and Jamal's grandma, and his dad is Ray Allen is his uncle.
Cooper.
Deep water 3.
And a foul. Uh-oh. A 4-point play to tie it? That would be something. That'll get written up in the game summary.
Yes. Peterson in the second quarter. So Zach Patterson with the foul, quickly taken to the bench.
And a 4-point play, Cooper. By the way, that was his first 3-point shot of the season.
Wow.
First attempt, first make.
And it's a 4-point play to tie it. Ibrahim, top of the key, drives the lane, kicks it out to Gamble. Deflected, so he was not able to catch the ball in his sweet spot. Bellarmine blocked. Quickly finding back to the top of the key, outside. Deflected. Jumper on the way. No good by Moore, and it goes out of bounds.
That was for their first lead, and he got a good look, and it was a guy who can hit that shot. Palmer just didn't get it to go.
We are at the under 8 timeout, 7:42 to go until halftime. 28-all between Tampa and Lynn on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Pizza Hut is a proud supporter of UT Athletics. Call Pizza Hut today here in the local area at 251-3399. You'll get your pizza delivered right to your doorstep. If you're thirsty, grab a Pepsi. Pepsi's been bringing fun and refreshment to consumers for more than 100 years. And for fresh-made hot or cold subs, visit Firehouse Subs. At Firehouse, their subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. Located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard, Firehouse, founded by firemen.
I know
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, of all the things that we talk about, and the reads that we have, and we talk about our fine sponsors, when you the toughest 4-word run for me is finest. Well, it's actually more than 4 words, all right? Finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. If you're saying that fast, finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. There's a lot of vowels in there.
You can get your tang tungled there.
Yes, and I do almost every time. So my apologies to Firehouse.
Jeff Price, the head coach at Lynn, is on his second go-around with the Lynn Fighting Knights. Started with this team in 1993, their inaugural year playing basketball. Oh, Abraham goes in, but swatted away by James. Peterson for the lead, no. Rebound, back outside. Jumper in the lane, good. Lynn has taken the lead on the jumper by Palmer, who now has a 13. Lynn showing persistency at this point. Tenacity, too. Hornsby. Ibrahim, deep. 3 on the way. Good.
But Ibrahim, I pointed at him. He didn't point at me. He didn't care. But that was a far-away shot. He actually ended up out of bounds.
He does kind of fall away when he does take his shot. But that was even more pronounced?
Yeah. I think the thing was because he had to go up for the skip pass and then come down and then rise up, he was still kind of going backwards.
Spartans switched to a zone, I believe.
Boy, that was a nice feed right there by Moore.
Good ball movement, got that ball inside.
So Downer with 2 fouls, the only Spartan with 2, and then we see the 2 fouls on Moore, who is playing back on the floor with the 2.
That was Bellarmine's first foul. James.
Such a nice feed by Moore, though. Down there, it looked like he was going to take it up and lay it in, and he just kind of wrapped it around and found his teammate.
And into the lead, 32-31, Lynn. Worrell back on the floor for James.
You mentioned about Worrell having played at Bowling Green. I mean, you look at a lot of these players that started their career elsewhere and have come to Lynn University after that.
And Worrell's stats as a freshman at Bowling Green, as I said, started 25 of 27, averaged about 10 points a game.
Whoa, baby! No point, just a look. Just a look.
It's like, did you see that?
Yeah, now he's smiling. He knows we're talking about him. You think?
Well, because the fact that we both said whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
34, 32.
That's sweet. He's 4 out of 5 from deep today.
Yeah. Better rebuttal at the other end.
And it's a good thing he is, because that's keeping the Spartans in the game.
Anthony featured on a Fox 10 Sports report about a week ago. Ibrahim from deep. Won't roll. Bellarmine over the back.
Yep.
His second foul.
Fox 13.
Fox 13?
Yeah, Fox 13, yeah.
Had the wrong city.
Yeah, I worked at 10, and I was thinking that was, that was the WTSP's the CBS.
I had the wrong city.
Yeah, that's right. yeah. But speaking of which, you're a big Wisconsin fan, and I want to congratulate you because your team got a huge win today.
Yes, I am an alum of the University of Wisconsin who knocked off number 2 and previously unbeaten Michigan Wolverines today in Madison.
Wow.
74-64.
Wow, they thumped them.
Yeah. Close. They pulled away at the end. It was back and forth up until about 2 or 3 minutes. It was storm the court day. Gamble from about 85 feet away. That one doesn't fall.
He shot that from Bandon.
Whoa, heading down the lane. I guess no blood, no foul is that call.
There was definitely contact.
Yes. I think they kind of said if you're going to drive uncontrolled, and there is contact on the other end of the floor.
Cedric is going up for the two-hand dunk. Got met up there.
Well, said, not in your house.
Baez getting his first foul. Well, I'm giving the Spartans a ton of credit right now. They're playing guys who haven't played a lot. We see Tyler Wilson about to come in. He has played, but hasn't been a big-time scorer or anything like that. He's coming in to give Ibrahim a breather. But, you've got a walk-on who wasn't with the team a month ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. We saw Zach Patterson out there, who we've only seen briefly from time to time.
Patterson was the first sub off the bench.
But Duncan,
Duncan came in for Downer.
Yeah. But still.
But a quick in the lineup for.
And it was a quick stint.
Yes.
But still.
Well, you foul a three-pointer. Oh, that will count. Nice drive by Moore.
And again, Moore comes off the bench most games. I'm trying to think. Did he start today?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Okay, that's just his fourth start of the season, and he's played now in all 16 games. But he provides the spark off the bench, and I guess Jeff Price has the same kind of philosophy that Richard Schmidt was using with Cedric Bellarmine earlier. He said he liked the energy coming off the bench, but with the attrition of available bodies, Cedric has become a starter, and is because of his performance. He's played really well.
2-point Lynn lead, 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn with the audio coverage. Nice drive and does it count?
Nope.
No. I think there's a charge called.
There is.
There is. That'll be number 2.
I didn't see where the feet were, if they were inside the circle or not, but the officials were pretty insistent, and the official who was right there made the call. So you got to go along with that in that case.
So Gamble is out. Brendan Baker in the lineup. Hit a couple nice three-pointers last week.
Yeah, Gamble with 2, Duncan with 2, Bellarmine with 2, and Downer with 2.
Rebound, put back up and in by Baez. Biggest lead of the game for Lynn, 39-35.
We mentioned Baez averaging 15.1 for the season, tied for the team lead, but 17.4 in the conference. I mean, he's actually stepped up in conference play.
4 today. Hornsby looks to drive, finds Bellarmine off his foot. Baker. Bellarmine banks it in.
It's Saturday and the banks are open in Tampa.
That was a deposit, not a withdrawal.
He'll take it. Woo. Cedric, I'm sure with a career-high 2 3-pointers made in this game.
I think at any level of competition. Maybe.
Probably so. He was only 1 for 4 this season before today.
Foul called inside.
Cedric's he's probably going to go over and talk to Freddie Ibrahim and say, hey, I got as many threes made as you do today.
Do you need any tips?
Yeah.
39-38. Lynn on top of Tampa right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer is Mastro Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. Customers can view their huge Subaru inventory as well as receive full-service maintenance on vehicles. As a Spartan sponsor, watch for Mastro's UT staff and student service specials. At Mastro Subaru, our reputation rides with you. And Embassy Suites downtown is connected via Skybridge to the Tampa Convention Center. Embassy Suites offers a convenient location close to dining and entertainment in downtown Tampa. Located just a few blocks from campus, come stay in luxury at 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa.
Back and forth. Spartans had an 8-point lead, but that was pretty early in the basketball game. And ever since then, it's been back and forth.
Tampa went 4-0 in the month of December. They have gone 1-3 so far in January, and they've had leads, I think, in every game. sometimes double-digit leads. And again, with the attrition because of all the injuries, the fact that you're in the ball game just down a point right now to this very talented Lynn team, I'm giving the team credit. These guys have stepped up. They're playing hard. It's a thin bench. Everybody's playing. I mean, you've got right now on the floor, Brendan Baker. You've got
a walk-on, Jamel
the
Hornsby.
walk-on, Hornsby.
Marco Downer, who
is a freshman, is starting and all those kinds of things, but also Tyler Wilson. So, I mean, these are not familiar names for a lot of Tampa fans.
Ibrahim and Downer are starters on the floor, though Downer, as we mentioned, a raw talent.
Both have been inserted into the starting lineup.
Ibrahim, I consider a starter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Certainly deserving.
Hornsby airballs one. Ray Allen would have made it.
Well, and he said he got bumped on the shot, though, too. He was looking to the official going, hey, give me a little help. I'm a walk-on. I'm trying to get a scholarship here.
Laurel passes away. Ellis for three. Rims out. Rebound Downer. Try to lob it into Downer, and Ibrahim Downer not able to make the connection.
Only one player on either side has 3 fouls, and that's Bellarmine. He is sitting for the final 2.5 of this first half. I am sure of that.
He sat on one for a while, and then we thought he was going to be in safe territory, but picked up 2. Three-pointer, no good. Downer with the rebound. Lobbed into Downer. Backs in, but traveled as he tried to find position. Two minutes to go, first half. A 3-point Lynn lead. Laurel kicks it out. Top of the key on the way by Palmer, and good. Splash that one. And it's 44-38. Biggest lead of the game for Lynn. So with 1:40 to go, the Spartans want to keep it tight going into halftime. Ibrahim off the pick. Loses the ball. Gets it back. 7 on the shot clock. Pick from Downer. Downer's going to have to shoot. He does. No good. Spartans ran out of time there. Drive in the lane. Kind of a running start for Baez, but he still gets the runner. 8-point lead with a minute to go.
Spartans need to get one here.
And Richard Schmidt wants a timeout before it gets out of hand here just before the end of the half.
Brandon Ellis almost snuck in there and got that ball before the official recognized.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to protect those when you're just trying to get a timeout near the sideline.
It's a 30-second timeout, so the official says everybody has to get up off the bench.
Stay up.
And stay up, stand up.
Everybody stand.
Full timeouts, you can sit down. But on the 30-second timeouts, you got to stand up.
46-38. Spartans now down by 8.
We had a timeout earlier. The score was tied at 28, so it has been a little bit of a run here for Lynn.
Teams will be heading back out.
Lynn's only 33% from deep so far in this game, while Tampa's 8 of 14, 57%. That 33% is 8 points under their season average as a team. 41% as a team. That's pretty impressive.
Yep. Anthony Gamble to inbound. Gamble, guarded by Palmer.
Palmer not giving him much space, is he?
Not at all. And Gamble falls down, slow to get up, wincing.
Oh, I thought that went off the back of one of the Lynn players. As Gamble fell, it went off the back of a Lynn player. I think they got to reverse that, and they do. Okay. The underneath official saw it correctly. Jeff Price, and I don't disagree with him, he thought there was probably a travel before any of that stuff happened. Because
Spartans need to be aware there are only 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Gamble kind of just lost what he was going to do with it. 6 to shoot, huh?
Ibrahim got hit in the face on the three-point shot. Almost hit the shot, but will get 3.
Freddie's kind of a svelte guy. He's not a big, muscular guy. Very athletic, but kind of thin.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the way I was back in the day. I don't look like that now, but he has that look to him. But it doesn't take much to knock him down.
Well, he got hit in the face.
I know. That'll knock you down.
Rattles that one home. 46-39. Stops a 3-minute scoring drought. Tyler Wilson and Zach Patterson getting ready to come in. Second of the 3, no good. Gamble is coming out. Downer coming out.
It's only the 6th missed free throw by Freddie this season. He was shooting 84% before that miss.
Got 2 out of the 3. 46-40. Lynn cannot run it down to the end without shooting. But they will run down their part of the shot clock.
If this was Nova, they'd get about 4 shots here in the last 30, 35 seconds. Up and down they go.
We have not seen Nova yet this year. That's going to be later in the season, February. 9 on the shot clock. Entry pass goes out of bounds, and it'll be Tampa's ball with 11 seconds.
Freddie Ibrahim shakes his hand and grimaces in some pain. He might have jammed a finger as he was trying to defend that play. So last shot time, huh?
Yep. 7, step back, looks good from here, doesn't fall. Rebound, and that's going to run the clock out. We've made it to halftime. Entertaining at that. 46-40, Lynn on top of Tampa after the first 20 minutes.
Both teams lead by as many as 8, and it was a well-contested game. And hopefully the Spartans can keep it going as they're, again, with all the injuries, playing very shorthanded today.
Top scorers, Jamel Palmer with 16 for Lynn, Anthony Gamble 14 for Tampa. We'll recap all the rest of the scoring when we come back after taking a break just before the start of the second half. 46-40, Lynn leading Tampa right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network. Just about ready to start the second half. University of Tampa trailing the Lynn Fighting Knights 46-40 at halftime. Jack Ike along with Scott Lynn. Let's run through the scoring for the game so far. Jamel Palmer leading the way for both teams with 16 points. He is 6 of 11, 3 of 5 from three-point shot. And then it's Michael Baez who has 6. Daniel Cooper with 23. Rashid Worrell, I should say, with 6. Darius James has 4. Ryan Peterson hit a three-pointer. He has 4, added a free throw. And Darius Moore with 8 points. And they are shooting 44.4% from the field in the first half. For the Spartans, Freddie Ibrahim with 10, 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from deep, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Anthony Gamble with 14, 5 of 7 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the three-point line. And then Vincent Biffle with 6, though he may be done for the day as he re-injured his groin early in the game and came out and has not reappeared since.
Wow, I did not see that happen.
I did not either, though I realized he hadn't played, and then I was told that he did that right as we got to halftime. Brett Duncan with 2 points. Cedric Bellarmine with 8 and 3 rebounds. And those are your scores. The Spartans are shooting 45% from the floor, 12 of 26 at this point. The problem has been volume, as they have 9 less shots taken than Lynn at this point.
Yeah, and partly, from a standpoint of offensive rebounds, they have 11 offensive boards, and that's, again, to Tampa's 5. So that's getting some extra opportunities there.
They have 17 second chance points.
Right.
Turnovers, 2 for Lynn. They've controlled the ball and had good ball security. 7 for Tampa. Points off turnovers, 11 for Lynn, 5 for Tampa.
By the way, a tip for those of you who come to the games, we always sample from the concession stand. We always have something to eat there. I had a chili dog.
Oh, really?
And it's really good.
Really?
I thought I didn't know what to expect, and it was much better than I anticipated.
You're just
even
bold and taking chances.
I figured there's only half left. If it was, not good, I could still get out of here and be okay.
Early seconds of the second half on the drive.
TMI.
Baez missed. Maybe. Bellarmine with the rebound. Bellarmine had to sitting with 4 rebounds now, but he had to sit after. He only had 1 foul at the 10-minute mark, then picked up 2 within seconds of each other and sat for most of the half. Spartans have Ibrahim, Brandon Baker starting this half, Bellarmine, Downer, and Anthony Gamble. Baker looks to drive, fade away lefty, misses everything, bounces around. He gets the ball back, though.
2 to shoot.
Gamble, did he get it off in time? No, shot clock violation.
I said that really loud so Anthony would hear me.
He knew it.
Yeah.
Just by the time he was able to get it, couldn't get it in the air in time.
Yeah, the ball was tipped around underneath and came out. Just not time to get the shot away.
Second half, first minute, and a 46-40 Lynn lead. Moore out top.
Again, the Spartans in that zone.
Moore dishes off. Worrell taken away by Gamble. Hustles it down the left side of the court to Bellarmine. Bellarmine with 2 3-pointers in the first half. One of them on a nice shot. One of them he banked, and we don't think it was meant to bank.
Oh, it wasn't.
To the other end goes Palmer. Dishes back out. Little give and go, and a charge into Baker, and that is a foul on Palmer, just his first.
Palmer picked up his second steal and then gets his first foul. Again, one of the situations here is turnovers. Only 4 turnovers for Lynn, and they've had 2 of those in the last 10 seconds.
Both teams with 2 turnovers this half. We played a minute and a half. We've had 4 turnovers.
Right. They've scored as many as we have here in this half.
Baker passing up a shot. Out to Bellarmine, 10 on the shot clock. Ibrahim drives, puts up a runner. No good. More to the other end.
You know, Baker is a lefty, and on that drive, one more dribble and he'd have been right at the basket.
I know, that's why I was surprised he stopped. But, you know, part of that is just he doesn't play that much, and he's just not sure if that's his role right now.
Well, and I can't remember, but Rashid Worrell might have been in the same zip code.
That will,
that might have intimidated him.
Might inhibit your...
it would intimidate me.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So we're 2 minutes into the half. Neither team has scored. Both teams in the first half on a pace to equal or to exceed their season averages. 5 on the shot clock inside to Worrell. Tries to back down or down outside. Moore for 3. Hits at the buzzer. The 3-point or the shot clock buzzer. And it's 49-40. Biggest lead of the game for either team. And Baker with a bad pass. Threw it inside of Gamble instead of outside, and drive by Palmer, and it's a double-digit lead for the first time today.
You know, Palmer is a really good guard, and I mean, a good defender. He's taken off after another steal right there, knows how to get to the basket. Again, this won't mean anything to accept people our age, but he a little bit like a Quinn Buckner type.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very thick, stocky guy, but still with quicks and a good defender.
A lot of athletic ability.
Yeah.
Gamble steps back, can't pull the trigger. 4 on the shot clock. Somebody needs to shoot. Gamble with a glance, fires, hits the front of the rim. Had a hand in his face.
Yeah, he was told by the bench 1 second he had to launch. He knew that.
Moore, and off and running all of a sudden are the Fighting Knights of Lynn. 54-40. They have scored 8 to start the half. And a quick timeout, and Richard Schmidt giving an earful to Freddie Ibrahim. 16:25 to go in the second half, and it's all of a sudden a 14-point Lynn lead right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Walter's Press Box on Southdale Mabry is Tampa's original sports emporium and eatery, serving for more than 20 years. The Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game. The Press Box is located at 222 South Dale Mabry. The Barnes & Noble bookstore will be very, very busy again next week as the students are back on campus. It has all their needs in one spot. Stop by, grab the latest UT gear, snacks on the run, as well as thousands of accessories for everyday needs. Open Monday through Saturday, located on the first floor of the Vaughn Center, or shop online at utampa.bncollege.com.
16:25. We mentioned after 2 minutes of the second half, neither team had scored. We're a minute and a half since that point, and it's an 8-0 run for the Fighting Knights.
Tampa 0 for 3 from the floor, a couple of turnovers. Not a good start to the second half.
Lynn 3 for 4 with 2 for 2 on 3-pointers.
Well, we said coming in, Lynn's a very good team, ranked 17th in the nation. Tampa very short-handed. I give them a lot of kudos for sticking around in the first half. It's going to be a real challenge, actually, to keep it close here the rest of the way. Now, if they fight back and get into this, that'll say an awful lot about the character of these guys. But
right.
Even if they don't, I give them credit for giving a game effort thus far. But they need a hoop here.
Yes. Gamble to inbound. As we mentioned, Vincent Biffle re-injuring his groin, not even on the sideline. Devon Colley cleared to play, but they want him to get a couple more days of rest. Gamble has his shot blocked, Downer rebounds, lays it in. Good answer by the Spartans, and a little full court pressure. See if they can influence some backcourt action.
First points for Marco.
Across the timeline, jumper in the lane, banks it home. Cooper banking it home for his second bucket of the day.
The basket here at the right side will accept all banks today.
Yes.
All banks are open.
There are some bank shots you just know weren't expected to bank. Tyler Wilson now in the lineup, and he just not able to complete it to Marco Downer.
Tyler says that was my bad. He thought that it was going to be a roll to the basket by Downer, but Downer was almost right next to him when he zipped it right past him.
Some of that's just, and it'll come with time, but just knowing playing with each other enough to know that connection's there or not.
Yeah.
And also more experienced Marco Downer in a year or two might anticipate that pass.
Marco just a freshman and Wilson just a sophomore, so they'll be around and be able to connect on that before long.
And I also forgot to mention, with all the injuries I was going through, Alberto Moreno with a sprained MCL and did not suit up today either.
See, and that's one of the big losses. I mean, you've been without Pat Bacon since Game 4 of the season. He was injured, broke a foot after playing 3 games, and he had surgery. He's out for the year, and they know that. You certainly have had a situation where, when Vincent Biffle missed the last 2 games, that was big. Devon Colley, who was the starting point guard in his first year here at UT, coming up with an injury that's kept him out of 6-8 games, whatever it's been that he's had to be out. But Alberto Moreno has done a lot for this team. He's played a lot of different positions. He's played good defense. He's run the point when nobody else was available, but he actually ran it very well. Early season success was due in great part to the play at the point of Alberto Moreno. But so for him to go out now, that's just almost too much to overcome. He's your leading assist guy on the season and averages 12 points a game, and on a team that doesn't score a ton.
Little backcourt pressure again from the Spartans. Get it across the timeline, 2 seconds to spare. Long left-handed 3 is in. Baez knocks it down. He has 9. The lead is 17. Bellarmine, that's well short. And we come back the other way. And a nice drive and in, the lead 19 now. Getting away from the Spartans here. We thought we might see something like this, that attrition and stamina and a more talented Lynn team.
And the fact that, frankly, all the 3-point shots were going in by Tampa in the first half early in the game. Yes. And that's not going to continue, or rarely does it continue.
By the way, we should mention now that Pat Bacon out for the year is, they told him he could take the whole Christmas break off. If you're listening, Pat, hurry back. Say hi to us at the next game. Gamble off the pick. Oh, won't fall. Quickly up court, and the lay in is good by Cooper, and the lead is 21. Spartans have scored 1 point this half, giving up 17 now. A 17-2 start to the second half. Tyler Wilson, and he knocks down a 3. Good-looking shot.
Before that one, Tyler was 1 of 8 for the season. So
shot looked good.
That shot looked very nice.
Bravo on Baez. Little stutter step. I think that'd be tough to be a ref. I mean, to me that was obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm not blowing the whistle. And I looked at it and I said, I'm really sure he traveled. And now, if I had the stripes and the whistle,
would you have called it?
Would I think? Did I just see a travel?
I think I saw a travel. You got to be sure.
Yeah. Downer won't go in. Try to steal, and Downer reaches for the call, and Richard Schmidt's like, "Come on, guys." Sometimes those are just not the times when you want to reach.
You're at the wrong end of the floor to be picking up a foul. And it's his 3rd.
Not sure what the discussion is, but they stopped play momentarily. Now we're ready.
Oh.
Anthony Gamble and Baez get at it. Technical call, I believe, on Baez. Did you see everything that transpired? I was looking at the ball.
I saw it right after that. They ran into each other.
They got tangled
up. And I think Baez was at fault, and he got the tee.
He got the tee not for knocking over Gamble, but for his reaction.
For coming back after. Yeah, he was still coming back at him.
Now they've got him out on the sideline. They're talking to him. He's telling him to take a couple deep breaths.
He's very hot. He's very upset. Yeah. And I wonder, it looked a little bit, and again, I didn't see it all. I looked just after it happened. Gamble might have got away with something.
He might have influenced the entanglement.
Right. He might have created the entanglement. And the whistle was called, the foul was called on Baez, and then Baez wasn't about to let it go. He was hot. And he's still trying to be, as you say, take a breath. Now the officials have to be very careful. And I'll tell you what, Jeff Price right now, I'm sure, is saying, hey, look, guys, we're in. This one's in hand. Just don't get distracted.
Yep.
We've played great ball here lately. We just need to go out there. Now, you got to make sure Baez doesn't do something silly and get himself in more trouble. And that's what, right now, I think we're seeing some real leadership by the redshirt senior, Rasheed Worrell. He's been talking to him, telling him to calm down, take it easy. Same thing over here. Here's Daniel Cooper, another redshirt senior, walking over and saying, look, that's over now. You got to get through that. Don't worry about it. So, again, I don't know, and I didn't see it, but I thought I saw right at the end of it that perhaps Anthony Gamble had initiated the situation and then tried to just get away and run out of it and was down on the floor, and they were entangled, and Baez was having none of that. And the officials gave him a moment to walk away, and he didn't. He walked instead towards Anthony Gamble and the other Tampa players.
Now, Gamble's going to shoot some free throws.
So I will let you know that foul is on Baez. He picks up his second on the technical foul. So Baez, as the official explains to Jack the call.
Common foul on Anthony Gamble, and then a technical foul on Baez for not allowing Gamble to get up.
Okay, so I think I was right there.
Yeah.
The foul was Gamble. Gamble did initiate it, and it might have been construed by Baez as a cheap shot, perhaps.
We didn't see it. We saw the aftermath.
Yep.
Gamble knocks them both down, though. Cooper looking. Moore has it taken away, but taken right back. That won't be a steal because no one ever had possession. Nice job by Downer to get his hands on that one.
Another block for Downer. By the way, that was the third foul on Gamble, and the technical was the second.
Steal. Cooper drives, loses control on the way in, out of bounds. So Gamble now with 3 fouls. Outside, drives, has it knocked out of his hands, and they say it's out of bounds to Lynn.
I noticed that time down, Baez was defending Downer, not Gamble, so I don't know if that had been the way it was before and they just got hooked up in that individual play.
Well, now Gamble is waiting for Baez, but I think the Spartans may be in a zone.
Yeah.
And, boy, Downer goes up to block Cooper. Both come tumbling down. Downer will get the foul. He has 4 now. Worrell at the line. 6 points on the day. 7 rebounds as well. And he hits.
It's interesting that Worrell has come in this his first season here as a redshirt senior out of Bowling Green, that he isn't one of their big scorers. Only 7 points a game. But he is their top rebounder, and he's doing all the other things. Again, you got 4 other guys averaging between 13 and 15.
Defers,
yeah. He's like, hey, I play D1. I don't have to score. I know I can do this.
Tyler Wilson air ball, but got fouled on the three-pointer. And that is the 3rd time today we have seen a 3-point attempt get fouled. One of them actually went in.
Jeff Price didn't think there was any contact, and he thought that Tyler Wilson had kicked his legs out to draw contact. The official said no, he hit him in the midsection as he went flying by. So that's the call. Wilson to the line.
Hits that.
His career high, by the way, 6 points at Florida Tech. He might have a shot at that today. In fact, he might
do it right here.
Yeah, he might do it before another second is ticked off the clock.
May equal anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's what we said, yeah.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Nicely done.
Back to the full court pressure. Lead is 15. Cooper hustles across the timeline, finds Worrell, who finds Moore. Pass gets away. He stepped over the line, over and back. Right in front of us, so I was able to make that call.
That was not a very good pass by Darius Moore. He threw it to a guy who was very well defended and just led him a little bit.
Left it out there, yeah.
Led him into the back court. That just wasn't a very smart pass right there. But again, they've played some pretty error-free basketball. Just their 7th turnover overall. Tampa's got 13.
Bellarmine drives off the glass, in, and he'll go to the line. Had to wait.
Okay, yeah. Jeff Price looks on down at the Lynn bench going, really?
And he's more discussing it with his players for letting him get that drive.
Yeah, so I don't think he's disputing the call, which it could have gone the other way, in my opinion.
Under 12 timeout, 65-52 now. Spartans have cut it to 13 right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
The official chariot of the Spartans is March 1st Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to marchfirst.com. That's March, M-A-R-T-Z, First, F-I-R-S-T, all one word, marchfirst.com. Crown Plaza offers business travelers high levels of comfort, service, and amenities. Visit Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts. Crown Plaza, the place to meet. And did you know our team has its own official orthopedic physicians? It's true. Let's give a big shout out to Dr. Seth Gasser and the Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to UT student athletes.
11:56 in regulation, 65-52. The 17th ranked Lynn Fighting Knights on top of the Tampa Spartans.
Well, after this game today, the road gets even tougher for the Spartans as they take on Eckerd.
And it is the road.
It is. They're at Eckerd on Wednesday, then on Saturday in Miami Shores to take on Barry. Then they do play back at home.
Bellarmine missed the shot, but there's a lane violation on Tampa, so doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But they mostly just making sure that it's Lynn's ball in case off the miss, Tampa would have rebounded.
Yeah, that next home game is Florida Southern on the 30th. Wow. So nothing easy coming up through the rest of the month.
"15 seconds on the shot clock. Lynn with the ball. Worrell misses the shot, but I think he got fouled inside. Ibrahim maybe? Downer?
I believe it's Downer. He drew the contact, and I think that's...
If Downer, it's 5.
And it is. Marco doesn't know it yet. He's still trying to convince the officials to let him stay. He just went down to the low block thinking, maybe if nobody will see me down
I'll hide
there.
over in this end.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to get Brent Duncan off the bench.
He fouls out with just over 11 and a half minutes left, and his team down 13. And his size has really helped today, but it's going to be a tough uphill climb now.
Worrell bounces around and away.
Gamble with just 2 in the second half so far.
Hits the second, 14-point lead.
They're keeping their eye on Gamble, that's for sure. He's the one big scoring
He came
threat
out smoking with 3 threes, and they've made it a little tougher on him ever since. They knew he was a shooter coming in, but kind of needed to reaffirm it.
Yeah. Foul there on Ryan Peterson, and it was on the drive, so Spartans will have the ball out of bounds.
Peterson to the bench, and Jamal Palmer in. Gamble outside the arc, looking to drive, and I think they got Gamble throwing his arm out there to get some space. That's 4 on Anthony. 5th foul, both teams with 5 fouls. Moore pounds the dribble. Ibrahim. Palmer, no travel called, back out. Almost taken away by Ibrahim, and they call it blue ball. Ibrahim let it go out, thinking it was going to be called off Lynn, but they called it the other way. They did not get a new shot clock, but driving the lane is Baez. Can't get it, and Ibrahim plucks it out of the air. Comes the other way. Finds Tyler Wilson, sets a 3, and hits it. Couple good-looking shots by Tyler Wilson. He's had time to get steady and fire it in.
He's doubled his season total. He was 1 for 8, 2 of 2 today.
And he has a new career high of 9 points. Spartans again with backcourt pressure and a steal. Ibrahim gets it, puts it up off the glass and in, and the lead has been cut to 9.
Wow, nice job.
In the backcourt, quickly over. Duncan kind of in no man's land, makes the steal. He had to make a decision on where to go. They get it to Gamble, off the glass and in, and the lead is 7.
Wow, nice move. Nice finish by Gamble.
66-59 with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and Jeff Price wants to stop the bleeding.
Here I said it was going to be an uphill climb. I think they just went over a ridge and they're headed down. It's smooth sailing here for the last couple minutes.
Now the thing is they've cut it to 7, but that's only a 1-point difference for this half.
True.
The lead did go to 21. It was an 8-point halftime, or a 6-point, I should say, halftime deficit. So the Spartans have still been outscored this half.
A 12-1 run over the last 2:17, and over the last 37 seconds, a 7-0 run.
But I'm sure that Spartans aren't worried that it was a 6-point halftime lead. They're thinking it was 21. We've cut it to 7.
Yeah, that's terrific.
We've picked up a couple quick touchdowns. One more touchdown, and we've tied it.
Yeah. That was at the 14:27 mark. They were up 21.
So a 14-point run in 4 minutes and 26 seconds, or 16 seconds.
Yeah, the Spartans have made their last 4 shots.
A little invigoration on the Spartans end of things. The full court press has made a difference. Oh, and Bellarmine, I think, with the call. Tried to block the dunk. That'll be 4 on him if they do call him. He's looking around to see if he had his contact knocked out.
So Gamble and Bellarmine with 4. If they foul out, it's you and me, pal. We're going out there.
And I'm the power forward, and you're the center.
I would be greatly intimidated. I'm sure what they're doing is talking over whether, again, a shot to the face.
Well, he lost his. He's not sure if he lost his contact.
Okay, all right.
Apparently he's got it. Remember those days when they were hard contacts?
Oh, yeah.
And they would just kind of...
You'd crawl around on the court looking for it.
Try to get your eye down at 4 level to see if you can see it sticking up. You think you found it and it's just a dust bunny?
Yeah. Back when I was in high school, I decided I was going to wear contacts. My coach thought that was a good idea. I had like black horn rim glasses. I was the all-time nerd.
You were Kurt Rambis before?
Before Kurt Rambis, yeah. And my senior year, I went to get hard lenses. In the meantime, we had our class picture taken, and I took off my glasses because I'm going to be wearing contacts. I couldn't stand them. It was like putting a piece of plastic in your eye. Which is exactly what you were doing.
Actually, it was glass.
Yeah.
Tyler Wilson has hit double digits. Leads down to 7 again.
And you're right, the full court pressures really caused some problems here.
Nice job by Brent Duncan. That may be an over and back. Oh, Palmer thought for sure it was going to be called. It was not, so they think Tampa hit the ball at some point.
No, I think what it was a shot. It hit the rim, and nobody secured possession.
Oh, and then Palmer knocks down the 3.
That's a big non-call, but it's the correct call.
You are right.
It's the correct call.
It hit the rim and just, that would be a long rebound.
It was tipped out. It was not secured by the Lynn player, so it was a free ball for anybody.
Jamal Hornsby in the lineup, drives the lane, tries to go off glass, gets his own rebound, fights for it, and loses it. Almost gets it back, does get it back, and Duncan to Hornsby, to Tyler Wilson, who lays it in!
Welcome to the party, Tyler Wilson!
13 points, he's more than doubled his all-time high. And he looks comfortable out there. We've seen him other games, and he hasn't looked that comfortable.
Yeah.
He looks good out there today.
6'4", 185. He's an athlete.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Good ball player.
Came with good high school credentials. Palmer drives, Duncan stuffs him.
My goodness!
Wow. They could cut it to 5 with a bucket.
What did I say about character? They would show character if they could come back.
You mentioned it.
And that is what they've done. I don't care how it ends. They've shown great character in this game.
To Gamble, who lays it in. 70-65. The lead is 5 for Lynn.
Jeff Price is shaking his head, his hands on his hip. He cannot believe what is happening out there.
This team is, once the Spartans went to the press, no matter how effective a press is, just the repetition and the wear and tear, it's either a foul or a travel, it's on Hornsby.
An offensive rebound, too. That would have been a chance to get down to a one-possession game, and who would have seen that coming when the Spartans were down 21, 14 and a half minutes left in the game.
Wow. Full timeout, it's the under 8 timeout, 70-65. Tyler Wilson, not the leading scorer, but he's certainly making a case with 13. Anthony Gamble leading all scorers, or leading Tampa scorers with 20. Palmer, 22 points, leading all scorers so far today. Ibrahim with 12, Bellarmine with 10.
How about this? They're shooting 58% or 57% in the second half from the floor, and the Spartans have still come back.
Well, look at the volume. It's not that big a difference, but 14 to 18 shots. A nice resurgence by the Spartans, who trailed by 6 at half, and then just kind of imploded the first, 6 minutes of the second half and went down by 21.
Yeah.
They have since exploded and cut it to 5.
You know, the thing about the Spartans is, in their conference losses, again, they're in a situation here where they're 3-5 in conference play. But even their losses, they've been by like 12 points or less, and they played like Florida Southern, Barry, nationally ranked, Nova Southeastern. All of the games have been relatively close.
Yes.
And that, again, says something about the team that they've got no quit.
It's usually just trying to find the ability to finish games.
Yeah.
Palmer hits the first. He has 23. Still a lot of time, 7:42. But you don't want to squander the effort you've made to this point. Hits them both.
And again, Bellarmine and Gamble are out there on the floor with 4 fouls.
That's the scary part. They both have different roles, but both have critical roles. Anthony Gamble off the glass.
High
off the glass, yeah.
He just was insistent on shooting that one.
Palmer won't fall. Tyler Wilson boards. Quickly out to Ibrahim. They may not have numbers, but he pulls up for Gamble and blocked. Wow.
Yeah, Freddie Ibrahim says, Anthony, a pump fake, and he would have been flying out the exits.
I don't think he saw him coming.
No, he definitely didn't. Literally, Palmer ran out into the hallway after that. Almost an incredible play.
Lucky the door was open.
Yeah. But Gamble had an open look, he thought.
And I think there's a hold on Patterson, and that will be the 6th foul. Spartans have 8. Patterson with 4. Peterson, I should say, with 4. And the Spartans will inbound again. No time off the clock on that one. Into Gamble. Palmer guarding. Bellarmine drives the lane, has room, won't go though. I think it almost looked like he lost control just before he put it up.
I think so, because it was a great move, very aggressive, but just lost the handle.
And that would have cut it to 3.
A one-possession game. Who would have seen that coming?
No. And there's a bad pass, and boy, Baez, I thought, pushed Bellarmine off.
Bellarmine.
I thought he pushed Bellarmine off, but Bellamine's going to get the call, and that is the day.
Well, with 6:43 left, you're down 5, and Bellarmine gets a call. And that's what, you're right, Richard Schmidt is saying he pushed off and kept Bellarmine from going to get it. And I think you were right, and you called it first before Richard Schmidt even said it. Well,
and we have played everybody on the bench because coming into the game is John Whitaker. He was the one player who had not gotten in today.
6'6" senior from Fairfax, Virginia.
Free throw bounces in by Baez. That's his 10th.
Whitaker making just his 6th appearance. He's only played 12 minutes all year. So again, those injuries and the foul problems. And you are finding players on the floor that you might not recognize.
Rattles that one home.
Well, that was a huge call. Huge call.
Back to a 7-point lead. Tyler Wilson back out. Lobs it into Duncan. Nice move. Lays it in with the right hand. Palmer drives, misses it, and Duncan boards. Quickly to Ibrahim. Finds Gamble, throws it a little too far, and it may have gone off of Lynn.
No, I think they got a foul.
They have a foul on Moore.
Yeah.
That's a bailout.
It was a bailout. The pass was a little too far ahead of Gamble. He couldn't have gotten it cleanly. And I agree with Darius Moore saying, really? I mean, I really was just running down the floor.
Gamble hits it. He has 23.
I'll tell you something right now. If the Spartans are to win this game, Gamble is going to set a new career high, and he's going to have to not foul out in order to do that.
Yeah. Full court pressure.
And he's 8 points away from tying his career high. So that's telling you, I think he's the man down the stretch.
He's got to keep him on the floor, though.
Yeah.
The lead is 3. Baez. Peterson. And you could and he missed the shot into the hands of Ibrahim. Gamble, you could see, gave way to Palmer to let him get the shot, and he missed it. Oh, Ibrahim just missing. We come back the other way.
Man, he had a good look. An open 15, 16-footer to make it a 1-point game. Oh, man. And Anthony Gamble was on the right wing going, give it to me, give it to me.
But Gamble smartly let Palmer have the drive. He missed the shot, but rather give up the 2. There's a good drive by Baez. And it's back to 76-71, a 5-point lead. Gamble guarded by Palmer, comes off the pick. Drives the lane off the glass, no good, but he's fouled.
Well, you wonder if the Fighting Knights aren't thinking just a little bit about the Wednesday night game. Not that they let a big lead slip away, but they were in a dogfight, ended up losing on a rebound basket with under a second to play at Nova Southeastern. A putback with 87-85 was the final.
Gamble hits it. 25 now for Gamble. Hits them both. 26 for Anthony Gamble. Full court pressure. Zach Patterson back in the lineup. Now Duncan's got to figure out who to guard here, and he does a nice job of forcing him back out.
He's really played a good game.
Yes.
4.6 rebounds and really good defense.
Baez, top of the key. Patterson guarding him. Palmer lets fly with a three, no good. Rebound, Ibrahim. Pushed around. Foul on Baez. In the backcourt, his third.
Free throws, 1-1 coming. How about that?
I don't know if he was trying to steal it or they just kind of got mixed up with each other.
He was reaching to steal it, and there was a little contact. I would say minimal contact, but Freddie was knocked off balance, and he goes to the line now. A chance to make it a one-point game if he can knock him down.
Falls short.
Got to make the first to get a second
front end,
chance. Yep. Front end of ones and ones are so important.
Yeah. Just under 4.5 to go in the game. A 3-point game. Moore try to drive. Whitaker stops him. 8 on the shot clock. Pick, he's going to try to drive on Duncan. Runs into Whitaker. Off the glass. Rebound Duncan.
Good help defense by Patterson that time. I'll tell you what, you got Zach Patterson and John Whitaker on the floor, and you still have a chance to beat one of the top teams in the conference. And I'm not demeaning them. I'm just saying you haven't seen them all season, basically.
Right. Somebody needs to get open here. Whitaker does. 10 on the shot clock. Ibrahim with the ball. More on him. Almost steals. 5 on the shot clock. Whitaker looks up. He's going to shoot. Off the glass and not on the rim.
Freddie lost the handle there. He knew how much time there was, but he couldn't get squared away to get a shot. Gave up the ball, and then it was in the hands of somebody who really didn't want it at that moment.
It's the under 4 timeout. 3:33 to go in the game. 76 for Lynn, 73 for Tampa. And this has ended up being a, whatever you want to call it, a barn burner, a nail biter.
and so unbelievably so in the fact that you had those players injured. No Moreno. No Devon Colley. Certainly no Pat
Biffle after what?
Biffle hasn't played the whole
11
half.
minutes.
Yeah, only played 11 minutes in the game. And yet, with the likes of Brendan Baker and Brent Duncan and John Whitaker, Jameel Hornsby and Zach Patterson, and most importantly, Tyler Wilson with 13 points in 18 minutes off the bench. This team has shown me a ton today. This is terrific.
We've seen it the other way often enough.
Yeah, where they've lost the big leads a couple of times here on the home floor in this calendar year, I think. The month of January has not been kind to the Spartans. But if they could somehow sneak this one out today, oh my goodness.
Off the shot clock violation, Lynn will inbound under the Spartans basket. They get to run the baseline.
And I'll tell you what, like right now, full court pressure, and Tyler Wilson's back here trying to defend Jamal Palmer, a senior, who happens to be their leading scorer. Trying to defend the pass, huh?
And that is Palmer. Across the timeline. Gets the ball into the hands of Moore. The lead is 3. Ibrahim on Moore. They try to go inside. They get it to Baez. Tries to back Whitaker down. And a nice job off the glass by Baez. He has 15. Five-point lead again. Palmer guarding Gamble. Gamble kicks it out, and did they get him for the foul? I think they may have got foul. Gamble for the block. Wow.
Oh.
No, they got Gamble for the fifth? I think so.
I think you're right. It is Gamble's fifth.
Yep. He did drive and beat his man to the basket, but there was somebody else waiting for him. And he's done for the day with 26 points, 8 for 14 from the floor, 4 of 9 on threes, 6 of 6 on the free throw line, but his day is over on the drive. Brendan Baker comes in. Baker hit 2 3-pointers about a week or two ago, so he can hit it if he can get open. Moore across the timeline. The lead is 5, just under 3 minutes. Moore content to let some time tick. Comes off the pick by Worrell. Kicked away by Duncan.
And again, Duncan just always seems to be in there. Good position defense.
20 on the shot clock.
Lynn averages 78 a game on the season, and that's where they're at right now.
Baez off the glass, reverse.
Okay, that was spectacular.
He's smiling on that one. He knows.
Jeff Price
just created something pretty nice there.
Jeff Price, I think, wanted a foul as well, but that was a terrific shot.
Well, there aren't many real scorers out there for the Spartans. Pretty much Ibrahim. Oh, Baker, can he do it? No, front of the rim. Ibrahim rebounds, though.
I'll tell you what, Ibrahim's played really well, too. He's shown a lot of fight, a lot of courage.
Tyler Wilson? No. Brendan Baker gets the rebound, finds Wilson on the drive. He gets fouled on the way in. You know, Tyler Wilson has shown kind of a nose for getting into the right spot.
He has.
Missed the jumper, but he knew
he's working and has earned more playing time, I think, today. He's shown that he's got a lot of stuff to his game. Athleticism, basketball smarts. Getting some opportunity here and
knocks that down, his 14th point.
Yeah, career high was 6.
So you said he's doubled his season output too, right? More so?
Something like that, yeah.
That one won't go. Lead is 6. 150.
As far as 3-pointers made, he had only made 1 all year, and now it has 2. He had 17 points all season coming in. So 14 today, he might double his season.
Yeah.
Total.
Well, if he could hit a 3, it'd be big, and he'd double it. Nice block by Duncan, and they call the foul. Foul number 3 on Duncan.
Well, if he hits either of these, it will make it a 3-possession game and make it pretty difficult with only 89 seconds left.
Missed that one. Hits that. It is 7-point lead. So time is of the essence. You want to get a good shot, but you can't wait too long. Outside to Whitaker. He's going to launch a 3. Looks good, and he hits it.
Why not? Why not?
Just like practice.
Well, he'd hit 1 this season.
Now he's doubled it.
Yep. He's now 2 for 4 from deep. The kid can shoot. What a game. Again, on a day where Gamble, Bellarmine, and Downer foul out. And you don't have
3 guards not able to play.
Your 3-point guards, your regular point guards. Although Freddie Ibrahim obviously can handle those duties as well. But still, oh my goodness.
But 3 of your frontline guards not even able to play. $1:15 to go. Duncan, Baker, Whitaker, Ibrahim, Wilson. Want me to say it again? Those are the 5 on the court.
And they're still in it, my friend.
It's a close game.
I'll tell you, this is great. It makes everybody on the team feel like they're a big part of something.
Palmer gets it across. 3 seconds to spare. Coaches will tell you there are no moral victories, but this is you got to give a number of players some confidence. 7 on the shot clock. Palmer drives, just plows into Baker. Nothing called, and a banked in. Was that banked?
No, it went.
Okay. But a huge shot regardless.
Yeah, that was tough.
By more.
To have a chance to win, they needed a whistle on the drive there. Didn't get it, and then the 3, and that maybe do it. That will maybe do it for Lynn.
Ibrahim, no good. Baker tracks it down, put it up. Free throw line jumper, rattles home. 30 seconds to go, lead 5, get a steal. 10-second violation, something like that. Baez backs it out with 26 seconds, and he's fouled. Tyler Wilson, one of the few players who's played a lot who hadn't recorded a foul.
And remember, Baez was involved in that altercation and got the technical earlier with Anthony Gamble.
Yep.
Wilson went right to him and said, hey, it was a foul to stop the clock, not to try to hurt you.
Yep.
Baez didn't care. He goes, I'm going to the line. I'm going to try to finish this thing off.
Does not there.
Well,
that's an important miss.
Yep, because the most he can make it is still a 2-possession game, a couple of 3s. The most he can make it's a 6-point deficit.
The Spartans have to have a little sense of urgency that you can't run too much. Somebody's got to want to take the bull by the horns and find a good shot. Missed them both.
Here they go. Ibrahim knows they've got to hurry. He might rise up right from here.
Brent Duncan lays it in. 17 seconds, the lead cut down to 3.
Well, and the timeout is to try to set the defense, deny the inbounds pass, or force a 10-second call. What an effort by the Spartans team. And the fans, there's not a ton of them here, but the Tampa fans are very excited about what they've seen here.
We'll have some more details coming up in a couple weeks, but on February 9th, there's a Coaches versus Cancer game, and they're also trying to set up, I believe it's in the month of February, taking pledges from people, and for every 3-point shot the Spartans make during the month, they'll donate it to the Cancer Society.
Very good.
February 9th will be a special game here on the court.
Very nice.
For cancer. My daughter, Devin, a cancer survivor, has been asked to speak at halftime.
Oh, nice.
She told me she's already written her speech.
Has she?
She's 14 years old.
She's
been through a lot and back.
Oh, yeah.
But she knows how to tell the story.
Yeah, that's terrific. I look forward to that.
But I'm hoping to have more details about how you can pledge for the 3-pointers. You as in everybody listening.
As in everybody. Not just me personally, because you know you're not going to get a ton from me. Big moment here for the Spartans. Can they get a steal?
We'll count it with you. 1, 2, 3. They get it in. And they're going to foul quickly.
And they foul Baez, who will go to the line to shoot 2. And if he makes either one, it makes it tough.
Now, he's 3 for 6 and just missed 2.
Just missed 2. So he might miss them both. And if so, you really need him to miss them both to have a chance for the 3. Time's starting to become critical.
Though I did like what they did last time down, the Spartans, is Brent Duncan knew, I'm going to take the layup.
Yeah.
We don't need to get really the 3 right now. So depending on what Baez does, you could still get a 2 and try to do this all over again. That makes it a 4-point game.
That hurts. That makes it more difficult.
Ellis into the lineup, played a fair amount of minutes in the first half. First appearance of the second half. Second free throw. Clangs it off, though. Ibrahim rebounds. 15 seconds to go in the game.
Foul him on a three-point shot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Freddie, you got to shoot it.
Yeah, you cannot wait.
Freddie.
Inside, Duncan missed it. Rebound, Wilson. That should be the game. Lynn rebounds, and they're just going to run it out. And a hard-fought win for the Lynn Fighting Saints. A valiant effort by the Spartans falls just a little bit short. Lynn 85, the Tampa Spartans 81.
Well, you said it earlier. There's really no moral victory, but wow, what a courageous effort by the entire team today. They were shorthanded to begin with. They lost 3 players who fouled out. Another player who came back into the lineup was injured again. It was just, they almost overcame all the adversity you could absolutely ever have.
Yep.
And they made it very, very close, losing by 4 to a very good Lynn team.
So the 17th ranked Lynn Fighting Knights, I should say, go to 14-2 on the year, 7-2 in the Sunshine State Conference. The Tampa Spartans fall to 9-8 overall, 3-6 in the Sunshine State Conference. Next up for Tampa, a couple road games starting on Wednesday when they are at Eckerd in St. Petersburg. That's a 7:30 tip-off, 5:30 for the women's game. And on next Saturday, they are at Berry, which is in Miami Shores, Florida. That is a 4 p.m. men's game, 2 p.m. women's game. Our next broadcast will be on January 30th, and that is a Wednesday night against Florida Southern right here in Tampa, 7:30 men, 5:30 for the women. So that'll do it here from the University of Tampa. Scott Lynn, thank you for the broadcast.
We'll see you
in a week and a half as the Spartans will get back into action on the home court. This is Jack Ike saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on January 30th.